Ball Parks Brews with the babe. We have the playoffs. That's correct. I said the playoffs or the Malubable. It's a Malubable.
Little bubble.
Yes.
And
yes.
Bubble.
Yes, correct. Which is going to be in Texas and it's going to be out in California. So we're excited about the playoffs coming up, which is going to be next week. But as we push to get that final couple of seeds, we've got a couple of really great games.
Because there's 16 of them. It's different.
Yes, correct. Yeah. There's 8 on each side, 8 in the
Gotcha.
NL and 8 in the AL. And
Gotcha.
There's a lot of games that to be played and some...
So it's like the best 8 records.
Yes,
Teams
correct. Yes, teams with the best 8 records. Correct.
8
for each
teams
one.
with the best records on each side.
Correct. Yes, this is really difficult all of a sudden. Playoffs. But what we're talking about a couple of really important games for a couple of teams. So it's on Friday and even on through the weekend. The Friday double dip, because you got to have a legit double dip. Would be the Cardinals versus the Brewers. And it's the Cardinals are the ones that really need to win both games. They'll kind of lock in that 8 seed.
Got it. Are the Brewers already in?
No, Brewers are not there at all. They're not good. They're kind of like Pirates, but better. The important thing is the Cardinals need to win to make sure they're locking up one of the top 8 spots. So they're in Milwaukee.
This is such a gimme.
It is. I have no doubt.
This is a gimme.
And what would be the brew of choice for thus?
Well, I'm going to have to go with Milwaukee's best. You can drink it original. You can drink it Milwaukee's Best Light.
Beast.
Or you can even throw back to your college days and drink Milwaukee's Best Ice.
Nice.
A lot of alcohol bang for your buck. For you 21 and up college kids out there.
21 and up.
And if Milwaukee has really nothing to lose, why not drink a beer that shows you have nothing to lose? So you're welcome.
Except for your dignity. Great. Excellent. Well, I mean, again, this is what we do. We give you options and choices.
Dignity's
well,
harsh.
maybe it is.
I think it says you're self-assured and you don't care what those beer snobs say.
Exactly. So we're going to move on to the next game or the next series, right? A huge series between the Marlins.
Series is different than a double dip.
Wow.
How?
Could you feed me? Just feed me. So the double dip is actually in one day. You have 2 games. Right? The series actually runs over multiple days. So you're talking 3 or a 4 game series.
But none of those games are double headers.
That's correct. None of these are double headers.
Okay.
No. So you've got a 3 game series, the Marlins versus the Yankees coming up. And both teams are really fighting for playoff position.
Gotcha.
The funny thing is the Marlins are actually fighting for something, which nobody thought was going to happen. Because normally they're awful. So
they have a World Series.
They have 2.
Or 2 is what I was about to say.
Exactly, and they haven't been above 500 any other time. So we got the Marlins versus the Yankees. The Yankees are starting to really hit the ball well.
Ooh.
It's in New York. So the series or the beer for the series would be?
Well, this actually comes from a brewery in New York, from Blue Point Brewing Company. And you're going to go with a Pinstripe Pils because of the old Yankee pinstripe uniforms.
I can't.
No?
I don't like
I think it's a great pick.
It's a great pick.
I like a pinstripe in a baseball uniform or a suit. I can get behind it. You have no fashion sense, so it works.
0, it's fine. She picked this shirt out.
A pinstripe, you wouldn't appreciate it.
She picked this shirt out. So anyway, no, I just don't like the Yankees. And Derek Jeter.
Fair enough.
So anyway, story for another time. Last series we're going to talk about is the Phillies versus the Rays. The Rays, formerly known as my best friend's team, best friend Ben Zobrist.
These are a lot of teams.
Okay, he played for a long time because he's really good. So we're going to have the Phillies.
Was he a Ray or was he a Devil Ray?
He was a Devil. He was definitely a Devil Ray. He was definitely a Devil Ray back in the day. So
he's earning points in my book.
Well, I mean, he also was like
MVP of a World Series.
There it is.
Devil Ray.
Game-winning hit. Game-winning hit. So he's kind of good, and he's awesome. Anyway, best friend. So we're going to talk about the Phillies versus the Rays.
Okay.
And the Rays have already kind of locked up their position. They're really, really good.
Okay. The Phillies are still upset that Bryce cut his hair.
I think everybody. I'm just disappointed. I'm inconsolable with his hair being chopped off like that. I'm just sad, right? It's beautiful. It was a beautiful thing.
It was. He had a good thing going.
It was that and his cut jeans. So we have these things. We have this game, which is great, even though Bryce ruined it.
Bryce both share that lack of a fashion sense. It's cool.
Wow, you're mean. So anyway, the Phillies really need the entire series to make sure that they lock up a position.
Okay.
So it's a really big series for them. It's in Tampa Bay. And the beer for the series will be...
It's going to come from Dunedin Brewery, which is a cool microbrewery in the outskirts of Tampa, St. Pete area.
So funny you say Dunedin. It's where I was in spring training when I played in the minor leagues.
Awesome.
Spring training.
You may have visited the brewery there. I actually have. And their beer that is my absolute favorite is an apricot peach brew. And I know it sounds girly like Bryce Harper, but it's really not. It's delicious and refreshing. And
unlike Bryce Harper, who is not delicious and refreshing.
I was going to say fruity. Also, I don't think Bryce Harper is potentially fruity.
Yeah.
It's a great pick.
It is a great pick. And there's a lot of games, and this is all weekend. So we're really pushing towards, this is a huge deal for the playoffs. Really excited to see. And then next week, I'm going to tease it. It's a playoff breakdown.
Oh.
What? Anyway, great brews. Have a great weekend.